So let's cut right to the chase and understand how the ultimatum theme framework thinks. This type of thinking process will make you a better user of the theme, and believe me, I've been using this theme since it came out almost 3 years ago. It's my absolute favorite go-to theme, and I'll share with you how simple it is once you understand how it thinks and how it works. So I'm going to go back to the ultimatum theme and go to templates. Now, in previous videos, we set this up to be our default template. So you could have many templates, you could have many layouts. So here's how it works if you want to take a note on this. So the hierarchy is theme. Now theme basically breaks down to child theme. We're not going to talk about child theme now, but I do go into great detail child theme in my all access A to Z course using the ultimatum theme. Which, by the way, did I tell you that the software comes with my courses as well for a limited time only? So it's not all the time, but right now, as long as you see it up on the site, then I'm offering it. Okay, so here's how it thinks. So it's theme, child theme. In this particular case, we don't have a child theme. So it's theme, template, template, layout, layout, rows. Rows are also known as divs, also known as HTML5 article tags. The article tags contain content via widgets. So let me repeat that. So it's template, layout, layout rows, which are also div tags, which are also article tags. The article tags contain widgets. The widgets contain the content. So as an example, if I come over here based on these choices and I select the layout, here is my two layouts. I have a partial layout and I have a full layout. Now the partial layout in this particular case is where the menu is located. So let's take a look at that for a second. So if I select the edit button, you'll see that there's my ultimate menu, and this was set up by default to be the Bootstrap inverse, and that's what you're seeing right up here, inverse Bootstrap menu, which is black. If I chose to change that, so as an example, if I said, okay, I don't want to make it inverse, I just want to make it the default, and I save that. If I come to the front of my page right now, you will see that it changes to my default menus, and right now it's just my default, but I like the inverse. I think it looks a little nicer. So I'm going to go back here and change that back to inverse. Now again, based on choices, because software simply comes down to choices, it automatically defaulted to my first main menu because it's the only menu I have right now. So let's go back to our layouts. And again, the ultimatum theme framework comes with two different types of layouts, a full layout and a partial layout, also known as a part. Part is short for the word partial, just in case you didn't know that. So an idea of what you can have inside your partial layout, you can have header information, you can have slideshows, you can have footer information, etc., etc. So if you have a very complex, sophisticated website, you could have many different types of headers for different pages. So say a 3-column layout may maybe have a different header than say a 4-column layout, or a full width layout might have a different footer at the bottom. So the ultimatum theme makes this very simple and very, very enjoyable. So let me share with you how it works. So here is my default full width layout. I'm going to hit the edit button. And inside of here, what you'll see very basically, and that's basically the front of the page here. So up here is your header, and here is your WordPress loop. And the loop is going to contain pages or posts. So wherever I click a page, that page is going to come up. Or if it happens to be a post, the post would come up. And that's what this is right here in the ultimatum theme WordPress default loop. So let's examine that for a second. So if you don't want to see images, etc., or placeholders, you can choose to turn this on or turn this off. This is just going straight by default. So to share with you right now what's happening is I have, based on the default layout that ships with the ultimatum theme, I have my header information on top that came from my partial layout. And the way you do that is you take it, just drag it over. Now it's already there. Now if I was to drag two of these and I was to come up here and save the layout, and come back to my page for a second, you would actually see two menus, and that's going to confuse the holy heck out of people. So I would suggest you don't do that. So I'm going to take this top header and trash it, or I can just drag it back off and save the layout. So therefore, if I come back here again and refresh the page, you'll see that it's gone. Now, this could be placed any place. I could technically take that header and put it in my footer. I mean, there's nobody that says I can't do that. Hey, it's your website. Okay, so here is my basic layout. And again, let's go back home again for a second. And there's all my posts and all my pages that are on my basic layout. So in the next video, let's spruce up this page a little bit more intuitively with a slideshow. And the slideshow will be responsive design. As an example, if I click right here, you'll see that everything falls down. In fact, since this is a Bootstrap menu, pay attention to this menu up here. It automatically collapses down. So if I'm going to look at this on a mobile device, I get my mobile device information right there. So in the next video, I will share with you how simple it is to create a slideshow. In fact, we're going to create a slideshow with Adobe Fireworks CS6. And we're not going to actually, I'm not going to take time going into detail with the slideshow in Fireworks, but I'm going to show you how to work with Fireworks in a very proficient way to create your slideshows. So stay tuned.